Hi guys, welcome to Keeping It Simple Crafts. I hope everyone is doing good. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. And if you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, share, and leave me a comment. Today I'm going to show you how I made this super easy spring or summer wreath using the Dollar Tree Nautical rope. For this wreath, you're going to need one of the 14-inch wreath rings from Dollar Tree. You're going to need 6 packages of the decorative nautical rope, and there's 9.5 feet in each package. You're going to need some Dollar Tree ribbon for a bow, and you'll want the ribbon with wire. You're going to need 2 packages of the dried flowers, and you're also going to need 2 of the fern picks, also from Dollar Tree. First, you're going to flip your wreath ring over to the back side, and you're going to carefully hot glue your nautical rope onto your wreath ring. Just be very careful when you're using your hot glue gun. I am using Gorilla Glue sticks and Gorilla Glue hot glue gun, and I have mine on low temp, but if you have the hot glue finger guards, you might want to put them on. This is so simple to make. So first you're just going to you're going to carefully take your nautical rope and just wrap it around your wreath ring. Try to make sure you're getting the rope nice and tight and make sure you're not overlapping your rope. The wreath ring has 6 sections, so you're going to need 6 ropes, so 1 rope per section. If you cannot find the nautical rope, you could wrap your wreath ring in the Dollar Tree burlap ribbon instead. I've made several wreaths with the burlap ribbon and it turns out really pretty, so that's always an option if you cannot find the nautical rope. Whenever I'd run out of one rope, then I would just hot glue another one on and start the same way that I started. Just make sure you let the glue have time to dry a little bit before you start wrapping it. There's lots of different ways that you could decorate this wreath. I'm kind of just doing mine like with greenery on the left side, but you could do this like in a beach theme. There's lots of ways to decorate this, so I'm just giving you some ideas. But here I'm just showing you that it took 6 ropes and I didn't have any left. Next I'm going to tie a bow. So this ribbon does have wire, so you're going to let out a tail, make a loop, pinch it tightly in your left hand, go to the other side, make a loop about the same size as your first loop. Now sometimes when you have a design, you have to twist the ribbon to keep the design on top. So I'm just making a double bow, so check to make sure your loops are about the same size. Then I'm going the other side, making another loop, and then I'm going to let out a tail. And then you'll want to have some floral wire close by to wrap it tightly around the center of your bow. And I'm just using 20 gauge floral wire, and you can pick it up at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Dollar Tree, places like that. Just make sure you get the wire nice and tight around the center of the bow. Next I'm dovetailing the ends, fold the ribbon in half with the edges to the left side, go to the folded side, cut away from the fold, and that makes the pretty V on the ends. Now you're ready to fluff the loops of your bow. I have lots of bow tutorials on my channel, so if this is not a bow for you, then let me know and I'll try to link one that you might like better. So next I have out my flowers. Now you're going to need 2 of these ferns. I only had one out, but I went ahead and got a second one because I thought it just needed more greenery. So here I'm taking the fern and I'm just cutting it into smaller pieces. You will also need some zip ties and your hot glue gun and glue sticks and some floral wire for this part coming up. So I just have my dried flowers open now, or I guess that's what they're called. I really don't know what to call them. Next I'm making a little swag with the ferns, so place one on the left, one on the right, overlapping the stems, and just keep doing the same thing until you get the swag the size you want. Then take a zip tie and zip tie it nice and tight in the center. At the end I did decide that it needed a little bit more greenery, so I did add a few more pieces of the fern to my wreath. Okay, and you'll want to kind of bend the fern and kind of shape it, and then I'm just taking some floral wire and wiring the little swag on. So just thread it through the nautical rope, through the wreath ring, then go to the back and give your wires a few twists, and then cut off the extra part of the wire and fold them down. Next I'm just taking some of the dried branches and I am just hot gluing them onto the nautical rope. They're a little bit short to do a swag, so I just placed them kind of randomly where I thought they would look good and hot glued them on. So just make sure you're very careful when you're using your hot glue gun. Hold the branches for a little while until the glue has time to dry. At first I was going to just wire these flowers on, but then I decided I was going to make a little swag with them because it would just hold better. And so I just placed one on the left, one on the right, and then zip tied them together. And then I just took my floral wire and wired the little swag onto the wreath. You can choose whatever colors of flowers that you like and whatever type of flowers that you like, and ribbons. So there's lots of different ways to decorate this wreath for spring and summer. I kept mine neutral this time, and so here I'm adding the bow. So I'm just taking and going on the left and the right side of the little swag, threading the floral wire through the nautical rope, through the wreath ring. Then I'm going to go to the back, give the wires a few twists, then cut off the extra part of the wire, fold them down. Then I'm going to flip it back over, fluff the loops on the bow, make sure I have my little swags and sticks and greenery and flowers just like I want. And then to hang this one up, I just added a zip tie at the top, and that's how I hung it on the door. I did add a couple pieces from another fern pick, just one piece like above the bow and one below the bow, and you can kind of see it right here when it's hanging on my door. It's a cloudy day here, so the lighting's not real great, so it really doesn't do the wreath justice right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this DIY.